Oh, right, I forgot that happens. Right, okay, there you go. You get a second, second floor. Easy! I'm pretty sure it was this one. Was the one we were working on stream. So, we've gotten a fair way through. We're past the normal, like, endpoint. So, fair warning that for anyone who hasn't played it, that there will be spoilers. For, if you haven't played the game. I do suggest going through it yourself, or watching someone go through it, because it is actually quite a fun game. And I do like the story. But, now that that's out of the way, you've been given a warning. Yeah. So we've done the main story. We're just working on a lot of, like, I'm not quite sure if they're post-game stories or not, but, like, there's a lot of other stories going on that you can do, like, that one's not really a story, but, like, Night and Darkness, which was reuniting Nyx and Chaos. So for any that don't know, this is a roguelike game based on Greek mythology. You're the son of Hades. You are very pissed off because your dad's a tsundere and you're trying to leave. And he says, fuck that. That's pretty well the entire intro. So yeah, you use these weapons that you slowly unlock to get the fuck out. These fourth aspects down here, those are ones that are rarer, generally have an upside and a downside.
I'm asking for it.
And generally harder, but can be quite interesting. Heat level is unlocked by default on Hell mode, which is what we're playing on. But for base difficulty, you unlock it as you go through, whereas this one, it starts at default on level 5. Don't know if I'm missing anything.
What could go wrong?
But yeah, generally the each time you clear a heat level, you then need to go to a higher heat level. So you're slowly making the game harder on yourself, essentially. I don't like any of these, so I'll go with the one that's faded.
Extra pointy.
So the big thing we're trying to do at the moment is basically just keep working on the relationship with the rest of the gods. Although we are trying to, if we can fight Charon, we do want to. Although he's not fun to fight. I haven't fought him much.
I'll take that.
I don't really know his stuff. Dionysus is probably the better of the two here. Okay.
Here they come.
So all of this is fairly easy, normal, early game stuff. We're not even against armored enemies yet, which is where the stand from a long distance and poke strategy kind of falls apart. Okay.
Time for another go at getting out of there, eh, Zag? Well, not to worry. We'll make something happen. Let's hop to it then.
Which, that's one thing, if nothing else about Hades, all of these lines are voice acted, which is fucking fantastic. Attack inflicts hangover is always good for fast hitting attacks. Because it's just a damage over time. Means I can poke them less.
I bet Charon's going to
Erebus gates, which are these.
I'm in.
are more difficult rooms, but they give you a better reward. They require you not to get hit once
Welcome to Erebus.
in the room. These are also very much late game. Oh no.
Stay dead.
Oh, son of a
Already.
fuck. Well, so unfortunately we're not getting our reward. Yeah, Erebus is very much risk versus reward. Because, yeah. So if you get hit, you get this instead, and it just restores a single hit point,
Instead of
which is
whatever I was supposed to get.
generally less than it. If you took a hit, you're probably taking more than a single point of damage. So anyone with armor, which is that yellow HP bar, they are not, like, knocked back or stunned. Barring things like the shield, because it kind of is an exception to the rule. But still, this is all fairly simple stuff. No, I do actually want to say hello to Zeus, even though he's an asshole.
Blasted Doomstone then.
So this is one of the mini bosses for this area. I think there's 3. Trying to remember, I cannot be sure for the life of me. Ow. What do you got for us, Zeus?
Way, nephew, I hear tell your mother Nyx is quite the catch. If you'll forgive my saying so, of course. Your father's never had much of a sensibility around companionship, though perhaps this concubine of his brought something out in him at last.
Jesus. So the general, go with lightning reflexes, that tends to trigger fairly often. So the general story that the Olympians are under the impression of is that, Nyx is actually Zagreus, which is our character's, mother. That is, of course, not true. Anyone who knows Greek myth might have a pretty good guess who Zagreus' mother is. Which is, like, the basis for the whole story. Is Zagreus is trying to run away to like, meet his real mum for the first time. And his dad is being a tsundere about it, is the TLDR. Ow. Oh shit. It's just fucking stacking them up down there.
For safekeeping.
So there's a fish, which I stare at unblinkingly. Fuck, I looked away.
The knucklehead.
Treasure trove. Okay, we'll do this one. Generally speaking, there's only one treasure trove I don't
Some of my loyal subjects.
I don't really interact with, which is the health ones. Just because the health ones seem like a trap, is the best way to put it. You're going to face more enemies to get health back
Well, that's better.
when the enemies are probably the reason why you lost the health in the first place. It seems like a bad idea. And so, of course, best method, ignore the tanks, kill off the fucking support and or DPS.
Who should I give this to?
What do we have here? Health. Nothing I really want. So Palm gives +1 level to the various perks that you've gotten, which can be useful, but it very much has diminishing returns.
Got you.
Okay. So we should be coming up on our first boss, which is the Furies.
There we go.
We'll increase the hangover. Ooh, Artemis is always good, but
Hit me.
I always say hello to Chaos whenever possible. You do take health damage for it, but it's generally worth it, in my opinion.
Protecting of the great Lord Zeus. He still believes he holds dominion over both heaven and earth. I think perhaps he has forgotten about me.
I mean, that does sound like Zeus. So Chaos will always have a positive and a negative. The negative is in effect for a certain amount of encounters before it then flicks over to being positive. This one, while it is epic, and that is a good reward, the negative 47% move speed, especially considering the next 4 encounters means we'll be taking it into the boss, is not a good idea. So I'll take this one down here. Okay, special deals more, no.
The hunt is on.
Artemis is probably my second favorite call, so we'll take that.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Damn you for this, Red Blood. You're making me look bad, you know? Making me feel bad.
Just as an aside, you don't normally fight all 3 of them. With the Pact of Punishment and heat levels and all that I was mumbling about to start with, one of the things you can take is extreme measures, which makes the fights different. This is what it does for the first fight. It changes it from you just fighting one of them to potentially all 3 of them.
Alecto, I didn't ask you to repeatedly attempt to kill me. How did you expect me to respond?
You do know what happens when you make me feel bad, don't you? Attack!
Wait, hold up. Already taken more damage than I want to in this fight. Ah, fuck.
This. Decent first.
Ah, shit. So her big thing is that, she ends up summoning those blades, and she has that rage meter. The rage meter is her, like, unique, air quotes, thing. Those waves going just there, that was, fuck.
She won't like this.
I always remember Alecto and Megara, but I always forget the name of the third one, because all she ever says is murder. But that wave was one of her abilities. Whereas Meg does that, like an AoE. The circle AoE that actually hit me. So we'll switch up our keepsake just to continue leveling them. We don't really need the additional health. I'll onward. We don't need to sell anything either. So first area down, which was Tartarus.
Made it to Asphodel.
Now we're in Asphodel, which of course should not be filled with lava. I still don't fully remember what ended up causing it to be flooded with lava, but
More trouble. Just getting stuck.
okay, so these bomb guys can be quite annoying. There's two variants. There's one variant that does their best to get right next to you, and then use their explosives. And then there's the other variant that will do their best to throw from a distance. We've also got the upgraded form of the mage guys, which does a cone rather than just a single projectile.
It's him.
Oh, Thanatos.
Have returned. I have a feeling this is not going to take much time at all.
Okay, I don't know if this is a good...
Better.
Actually, no, this is not a good... Ah, fuck.
It's over.
Okay, so the idea here is that you're competing against Thanatos to see who can kill more.
You're gone.
Find your own target.
Fuck. This is not a good area just because all the enemies were up against a Chunky, which gives him the advantage. Because he flat one-shots. I don't, of course. So basically, if we win, he ends up giving us an additional health up, which is... It's a free room worth of health up, so it's always nice to get. Ah! Bad lava. Okay, so these guys are fairly easy. It's their variants that are the ones to be careful of. Because these jars just kind of jump at you. They've got two variants, a red and a blue variant. The blue variant is the melee of the two, and an absolute asshole. If you are not careful, it can and will stun lock you. So just be a little careful with that. The red variant is the ranged of the two. It was the one throwing the waves from across the screen when I was fighting Thanatos. They're not as bad. The stun locking is definitely a lot more dangerous, but they can and will steal health if you're not careful. Oh, should we do it? I don't know if we win if we do it.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Let's do it. Are we ready? Are we ready to wipe? I'm ready to wipe.
Hey, Charon, want to fight? Whoops. You and me, Charon, mate.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to concentrate because Charon has pretty wide attacks, as you can see. Ow, and he does a lot of fucking damage. You'll notice me fucking up there and getting hit once took away 46 health, which is about a third. So he really does not fuck around when it comes to people stealing his money. And generally it is just suggested not to do it, you know, like...
Oh, hi. Remember me?
Fuck! That bounce fucked me. Okay, so in the second phase, he can start doing that. We're now in the third phase. Fuck. Okay, we've used 2 out of our 3 death defies, so it's not looking good. Come on. Oh, okay.
You had me worried, mate.
Okay, we got it. We got it. Excellent. Oh!
Got you, mate. Twice in a row. I guess Holmes
There we
wins his
go.
little wager with you then. You tell him I said...
He does it better, Zagreus.
I look forward to making use of this.
So yeah, winning there gets you 300 gold that you borrowed. Plus it gets you the membership card, which discounts future shops. These blue guys make everyone else invisible, like the blue crystals, which is surprisingly frustrating. Ow. So here's the showcase of the 2 variants. The purple one is the long range, the green one's the, sorry, other way around. Green one's the long range, purple one's the short range. Okay.
They are as good as dead.
Woo! Artemis comes to the rescue. Ooh.
I often remember that there's sweetness in this world only by your grace, Lady Demeter. I'm thankful that we've grown closer through all this.
You would make further offerings to me. Even though I have made quite clear I've lately not been at my charitable best, young Zagreus. You're either naive, or you're much too kind. Or both.
So I'm not gonna go too much into it, but if there's a bad guy in this game, it's her. It's never outright stated, but there's a lot of hints that
my foster brother Zeus,
humanity's falling apart and it's her fault.
Humor, little sprout. He'd have you think he sired half the countryside. I have to shudder at the very thought.
Nourished Soul is definitely good, but I think we'll go Dash Shoots Chill. Why not? Chill is another status effect that stacks. Up to Hangover's max is 5, Chill's max is
Cheers for the
10.
discount. Just what I need.
We'll go Greater Haste for the move speed. And then we'll go the Call upgrade and we'll grab that. You'll also notice those were 120 rather than 150. Also, I missed a fucking gold ornament. This is the second boss fight. Normally you get a much better arena. This is the second extreme measures, which makes this arena a fucking nightmare. Okay. Fuck, I literally dodged into that one. Okay. So each phase, you have to bring down all the additional heads. To remove the invulnerable. So all we're trying to do here with moving around is spread hangover and just let it tick damage. Ah! Get out of the fire. Fire bad. Fire bad! Okay. This is one of the reasons I love the spear, is you can be an absolute fucking cheese lord with it. Whew, okay. So we're coming up on Elysium, if I'm remembering correctly.
Good.
Which, we are hoping for a specific event here.
Once again.
Damn it. Yeah, there's a specific event here that can fully restore your death defies. That's the one we're looking for, if we can get it. It's not in any way, shape, or form guaranteed.
Much nicer climate.
Actually, I probably should have grabbed the other one, but I will. So once again, our mage guys are upgraded. They now shoot out the initial ball that then breaks apart into additional. So yeah, they throw that one out and it breaks apart into... these guys, by the way, are probably the easiest if you have any way to deflect. Seeing as you can quite literally just deflect that right back into them and it'll one-shot them. These warriors are probably the most annoying because you kill them and they spawn a soul, basically. Because essentially what's going on is that they are essentially inhabiting the weapon and the body is kinda sorta not real. Well, that's my interpretation of it, at least. So you've kind of got to kill the soul, otherwise it'll just pick up a weapon again. Yep. So nothing too crazy about them. Sword guys are probably the most annoying. Be very careful about being too close to the guys with the swords, because... Yeah, it is. What's up, Rush? How you doing? This is probably my favorite one here.
My spear grows stronger.
Just because I rarely use the spin attack anyway. Okay, so